Welcome back. The common thread throughout today's subjects are catalysts for change, transformation, influence, and exemplify the notion that transformation of whatever kind, emotional, personal, cultural, transformation often begins with a single catalyst. So grab your favorite cuppa, sit back, and let's check it out. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for June 6th. June 6th is the 157th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 158th in leap years, with 208 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is catalyst. Catalyst is a noun that refers to a substance or agent that accelerates or facilitates a chemical reaction, usually at a faster rate or under different conditions than would otherwise be possible. For example, baking soda can be used as a catalyst to accelerate the curing process of cyanoacrylate adhesive, which you might know as superglue. A catalyst may also be seen as an individual or an event that stimulates, causes, or leads to some other action or event, such as an insult that serves as a catalyst for a feud. The word catalyst comes to us from Greek. First known use of the word catalyst is 1902, catalyst. And with that, we've touched upon regents or regencies before, and I think we had the word regency as a word of the day once. To recap, this is where someone who governs when the sovereign is a minor, is disabled in some way, or is away. So our first item is on June 6th in the year 913, when 8-year-old Constantine VII became the ruler of the Byzantine Empire, but he was only 8 years old, in no way mature enough or personally equipped to run an empire, so of course he had that position under a regency. In the case of little Constantine VII, he ruled the Byzantine Empire under a regency of a 7-man council headed by Patriarch Nicholas Mystikos, who had been appointed by Constantine's uncle, Alexander III, before he passed away. Constantine VII held that position, by the way, for the rest of his life, ruling until his death at the age of 54. A lot of people moved to the cities in the time of the Industrial Revolution in England, young men in particular. George Williams had been just such a young man himself, drawn to the city for work. He'd been raised in a way of faith, and led and participated in prayer and Bible reading meetings after he moved to London. Concerned about the available options for recreation and entertainment consisting mainly of taverns and brothels, Mr. Williams wished to encourage other options. And on June 6, 1844, he held the first meeting that led to the founding of what would be called the Young Men's Christian Association, or YMCA, with the purpose of improving the spiritual condition of young men who were engaged in the various trades. Starting out with more of an evangelical approach, they also had athletic contests in gyms and swimming pools. Over time, the religious motif has become more interdenominational and more concerned with promoting morality, good citizenship, and good sportsmanship. To the best of my understanding, the Y is still about youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility, and it all started with a young man named George Williams on June 6, 1844. This is the birthday of Robert Englund, born June 6, 1947. While he's performed in over 150 parts combined on movies, television, music videos, and video games, he's best known for his portrayals of Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Today's song is You Keep Me Hangin' On by Kim Wilde. You Keep Me Hangin' On was written by the Dozier Hall and Dozier songwriting team and originally performed by the Supremes. They got a #1 hit out of it, and Vanilla Fudge did a cover of it a few years later, making the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100. Now here we are with a cover by Kim Wilde singing You Keep Me Hangin' On. There have been and likely will be other covers of You Keep Me Hangin' On that have also done well and will do well, but we're here today to talk about Kim Wilde's version. Still quite recognizable, the song has been reworked to more of an electric dance disco feel. Kim Wilde's version of You Keep Me Hanging On hit the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 on June 6, 1987. Link in the description. How about that? If you've been watching to this point, I'll just tell you a little secret, and that is that on the day that I'm putting this episode together, I woke up with a sore neck that made me want to curse. But as I like to say, this is a family channel. Keep it clean. So I will refrain from cursing. I think this is something that happens to most people at some point in their lives. In fact, there's even a meme about it. Today's solution for me has been a couple of aspirin and the wearing of a heating pad as my beautiful new necklace for the day. And it really has helped. It feels a lot better right now than it did when I first got up. Yikes. So I'm very grateful for things like aspirin and heating pads. Well, let's move on to today's quote, and it is that one person can make a difference, and everyone should try. John F. Kennedy. All righty, y'all take care. Be good to each other. I'll see you next time. All right. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlists in the description. You can find me on BitChute, Facebook, Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, and X, as well as on a blog page called No Really. All those links are in the description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.